At another moment, Yoonbi's mother asks if she's free after work and asks her to bring clothes and food to her brother. She also tells her that since she'll be there, she should clean his house as well. Somewhat confused, Yoonbi asks why she should do that, and her mother responds that her brother is someone very busy, questioning if someone with as much free time as her couldn't help him. Yoonbi doesn't respond and ends up entering her brother's apartment. Upon seeing the state of the place, she comments that she'll clean it her way. After saying that, she mentions that she finally found what she was looking for. She reflects that these are research materials on Young-oh Lee, and that she had expected her brother to do something like this. She flips through the documents and says that there's almost nothing useful since it's all information she already knows. Still, she considers it could be of some use. Later, Yoonbi is in another place, more specifically, in a bar with soft music. There, she lovingly calls the man and asks if he's waited long. He answers yes, saying he was about to leave, but was patient because she is beautiful. Yoonbi reflects that, at first, she thought he wasn't anything special. However, he turned out to be a good man, someone who comforted her and hugged her while understanding her situation, completely different from Jaehyun Jung. She thinks that everything would have been better if her family had been decent. On the other side, in a supermarket, Jaehyun is doing some shopping. He then arrives home and goes straight to the kitchen. He reflects that he's already tired of all of this and wonders what he should do now, since he's never cooked before. He remembers when Jung-oh used to praise her ex-boyfriend and decides to make pancakes. He tells himself that if he practices every day from now on, they'll surely turn out well. He starts following a recipe, and while chopping the ingredients, he thinks it's easy and wonders if it's always been this way. He makes several preparations, and when he's done, he concludes that cooking is more enjoyable than he thought, questioning why he feels this way. He takes the handle of the frying pan and says that the time has come. He flips the pancake and successfully does it. Surprised, he wonders if he really got it right on his first try, doubting himself. He repeats the move several times and thinks it's easy, that there's nothing special about it. But then he changes his mind and considers that maybe he's a cooking genius. Meanwhile, Jung-oh meets with a lawyer, who asks her to take a seat. She wonders why Eunbi's brother hides his identity to offer legal advice, and if that was his plan from the beginning. She starts analyzing the situation. A single mother's story, a period of separation, the man's family background, and another woman he was involved with. She recalls finding eerily similar stories to hers on a blog, and wonders if he was writing about that, considering he seemed to know everything. She questions how he could know so many details. She thinks it might be related to the attempted kidnapping of Yena, since that person also seemed to know who her daughter's father was. However, she dismisses the idea. If he were that meticulous, he wouldn't have allowed Eunbi to speak freely. He would have silenced her completely. She takes into account that he has kept a low profile for a long time and only appeared now, meaning he probably doesn't know anything about Yena or her. Maybe he used his profession to attract her, which would imply he's trying to find something compromising or exploit some weakness of hers. At that moment, the man asks if she said she was a single mother and what exactly is bothering her. Jung-oh responds that yes, she's a single mother and a worker, while thinking that she can't fall into his trap. She then explains that she's there because of a problem with a co-worker, saying that a colleague keeps harassing her. The lawyer asks what kind of harassment, and Jung-oh answers that this woman is threatening to reveal that she's a single mother at work and is using her family background to slander her, all under the pretext of a promotion since they're both daughters of single mothers. She claims that her colleague is maliciously slandering her, using everything against her. She asks if it's possible to file a defamation lawsuit. The man answers, yes, as long as she has evidence. Jung-oh admits that she doesn't have proof but believes her colleagues could serve as witnesses. The lawyer explains that, unfortunately, there are many cases where witnesses alone aren't enough. He adds that if she manages to gather evidence, the lawsuit could progress much faster. So he advises her to collect it and contact him again. Jung-oh responds that she understands and will do that. She thanks him for his time and explains that that was the reason for her consultation, noting that he's probably very busy. But before she leaves, the lawyer asks if the father of the child knows she came to see him. Hearing the question, Jung-oh responds that her consultation has nothing to do with that. The man confirms it while standing up, commenting that he thinks it's better to offer her general assistance. Outside of his office, he hands her his phone number and email, explaining that it will be faster if she contacts him directly through those means from now on. The woman thanks lawyer Ha Jin-chol. She adds that she spent a lot of time worrying on her own and is glad she came. She then says goodbye as she takes the card. Once outside, she breathes a sigh of relief, thinking that she was so nervous she almost couldn't handle the tension. She looks at the time on her phone and notices she's received a new message. She comments that she should hurry up to get a taxi. She opens the message. It's from Ji-hyun, asking what she's doing. She then calls him, and he answers quickly. Jung-oh asks what he wants. The man responds that he just wanted to hear her voice and apologizes, asking if he can call her later. She responds that no, that she actually misses him. Ji-hyun is outside her apartment, and when a taxi arrives, Jung-oh runs out to hug him. He asks if something happened, and she answers no. She then asks him to come upstairs because she wants to show him her apartment. Jung-oh says she can't stay too long, and he responds that it's fine, although she thinks she impulsively followed him. In front of the apartment, he says he lives there. He adds that he'll change the password soon, but for now, it's no problem to tell her 9130. Jung-oh asks what it means, and Ji-hyun responds that it's his mother's birthday, reversed. She comments that his mother must know the password, which he confirms. Then she asks if he changes it often. Before answering, Ji-hyun kisses her passionately. They exchange glances until Jung-oh says that, for now, she'd like to take a look at the place and asks if that's okay. Ji-hyun agrees. While they walk, she asks what all of that is, and he explains that he loves cooking. Jung-oh is surprised and comments that all the utensils seem new. He doesn't answer directly, and instead asks if she wants him to make pancakes, saying he's also very good at flipping them. She marvels. He prepares the batter and flips a pancake. Then he asks if she saw it, but she replies that she didn't get a good look. Ji-hyun asks her to pay attention and tries again. He does it perfectly. He smiles and asks what she thinks, saying, "Isn't it amazing?" Jung-oh reflects that he's trying his hardest and believes that soon he'll be able to remember her. She decides to wait until he recovers his memories, convinced that he's trying to get closer to her. The next day, while walking through the hallways, Ji-hyun sees a man talking to Jung-oh. He gets furious and wonders who that bastard is. He thinks that there isn't a single day of peace and that men like that won't stop staring at her. The worst part is that he can't even prove that Jung-oh is his wife. Once in his office, he wonders if he should at least put a ring on her finger. He remembers seeing her laugh with someone else and decides it's the best thing to do. He'll buy one. He goes to a jewelry store and asks for a ring for a woman. The salesperson asks if he's looking for an engagement ring, and he confirms. He reflects on the design. Since she has a daughter, it shouldn't have sharp edges or be too flashy so as not to make her uncomfortable. Although he thinks something eye-catching might be better, he discards the idea when he considers that she has beautiful hands and that any ring would look good on her. Then he wonders if he shouldn't be more concerned about how to put it on her than the design. Finally, he picks a ring. He asks if the size can be adjusted later, as he thinks it might not fit well. The salesperson responds that, yes, as long as he registers it as a member. She asks for his details. After verifying them, she informs him that a membership is already registered under the same name and asks if he recognizes the phone number. He answers yes. It was his old number. The salesperson reveals that he bought a ring there 7 years ago. Intrigued, Ji-hyun asks for the exact date. She replies that it was November 2nd. Upon hearing this, he remembers that it was the day before his accident. He then asks if he could check the records of that purchase. Shortly after, the woman informs him that, at that time, he bought the most beautiful and highest quality engagement ring in the store, also requesting a red box. Ji-hyun is left speechless, realizing that 7 years ago, he was probably about to propose to someone.
ありがとうございます。ありがとう。 ありがとうみんな。
ありがとう。ありがとう。
ありがとう。ありがとう。
ありがとう。ありがとうね。